We're missing a chancellor, but he's on his way. I think we'll start with that. John? Great. Well, we have some sad news and some happy news when it comes to music today. We lost one of giant of popular music, Johnny Cash, who I've been a big fan of for many, many years. But we have a happy announcement about a group that's been devoted to Johnny Cash and his music. They've played a lot of it, and that is the Dave Matthews Band. And we are joined by Boyd Tinsley and Dave Matthews, which we are thrilled, and my daughters will be thrilled that I got a chance to shake hands with both of them. As you know, Central Park is celebrating its 150th anniversary this year, and it has been the scene of, Central Park has really been the scene of some wonderful music over the years. We've had Barbra Streisand, an enormous concert, Simon and Garfunkel, who are getting back together, which is just great for New York and great for the music that we all love. Garth Brooks and Diana Ross has had some enormous concerts here in the world's greatest park. And today it's my pleasure to announce the latest addition to that all-star lineup. The world's most popular touring group, the Dave Matthews Band, is going to perform right here in the world's second home. Guys, welcome to New York. You are famous for having a grassroots philosophy, so I think that makes you a natural for appearing in a park. And I'm happy to say that 12 days from today, on Wednesday, September 24th, the Dave Matthews Band will play the AOL Concert for Public Schools under the stars on the Great Lawn. It's expected to draw roughly 70,000 people for a fantastic free night of music. Now, what's also so special about this is that this concert will benefit two things. One, the Department of Education's Fund for Public Schools that Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg works with, and AOL has generously donated a minimum of $1 million to the fund to support music programs in the schools. And the concert organizers will also contribute an additional $1 million to the city, which will go through the Mayor's Fund for the City of New York and benefit all of the parks throughout the city. So it's just wonderful. $2 million is double the amount of money we've ever gotten before as a donation, this kind of an event. Now let me tell you a little bit about the concert. Starting tomorrow, sweepstakes-style tickets will be distributed by AOL teams in all 5 boroughs. The details of how this sweepstakes will work are described in the press release that you are receiving. They'll also be available through promotions run by Infinity radio stations K-Rock and 102.7 Blink. The Dave Matthews Band is making tickets available also on a first-come, first-served basis to their fans visiting their website and encouraging them to make donations to the New York City schools. Information about online sweepstakes tickets is also available from AOL.com. And I want to thank AOL for stepping up to the plate in this way. It is just another demonstration of the outstanding civic leadership that AOL Time Warner has consistently shown in supporting the public schools and school reform. Their confidence in New York City is symbolized by the investment they've made in their fantastic new headquarters just being completed at Columbus Circle, and also by the investment they continue to make in the children, who really are the future of our city. And I also want to thank the Dave Matthews Band for showing such an outstanding commitment to education in our city. This is a band, as you know, with a long and strong commitment to playing benefits and using their talents for the public good, particularly through their foundation, Bama Works. And we're delighted that they're now supporting music education in our schools. From world-class concert halls to great jazz and rock and roll music clubs, no place, as you know, has the music vitality that New York does. We're a city of great musical performers and great musical fans. And the public school students of New York should have all of the benefits of that rich musical environment. And the money raised by this tremendous concert is really going to help make that happen. Like the Bon Jovi concert in Times Square last September, The AOL concert for public schools this September will demonstrate that New York City is a great backdrop for live music. More importantly, it will demonstrate the true spirit of New York City, our ability to bring people together here and across the country for a great cause. New York doesn't have a better corporate citizen than AOL Time Warner, or a more public-spirited business leader than its chairman and CEO, an old friend of mine, old in both senses, I guess, you and me, CEO Dick Parsons. I couldn't be happier that Dick is here to join us and support musical education in our schools. It is true, there is no greater friend of New York City than AOL Time Warner and Dick Parsons. Dick, you want to say a few words?
First of all, thank you, Mr. Mayor. And I'll be brief because this really is, it's John Miller's day and AOL's day, but as a part of our family, I wanted to come for 3 reasons. Number one, I'm a big fan of the Dave Matthews Band, even though they're not on our label, but it just goes to show some talent exists on some other labels. They're terrific, and it's going to be a terrific evening. Number two, I'm a big fan of the parks of the city of New York. I grew up here and always found the parks a place to go for not only recreation but refuge, and so anything that's good for the parks we want to be associated with. But more to the point of my appearance today, you know, we want to be thought of in AOL Time Warner as probably the principal corporate partner of the mayors and of Chancellor Klein's in connection with turning these New York City schools around. I'm a product of the New York City public school system. I believe it is more fundamental than just providing a good education to all the children of the city of New York. It's fundamental to our democracy that education, and that a good and quality education, is something that is every kid's birthright, because it's what makes our democracy not only strong but different than anything else in the world. And so I think the mayor's shown tremendous leadership in this area. I think that he's picked an inspired and brilliant chancellor in Joel Klein. I think that Caroline Schlossberg Kennedy's kind of affiliation with the group kind of makes this troika one that not only is going to be effective, we're committed to working with them. And so I'm just enormously pleased that one of our sister companies has chosen education as the object of their donation with this benefit. And we could be more excited about our participation in it. So with that, I'm going to ask John Miller, who is the chairman and CEO of AOL, to just say a few words about the concert itself. And Dave, thank you and the band for being a part of this. I know you're donating your time to it, you know, and it's, at the end of the day, it really is all about the kids.
Thank you, Dick, and I want to add my thanks to the mayor, to Chancellor Klein, Commissioner Benepe, Caroline Kennedy, the great Dave Matthews Band, and our colleagues at AOL Time Warner who have supported us in doing this. This is a hallmark event for AOL, and I'll talk about that, but I do want to talk personally for a second. I, too, am a product and graduate of 2 New York City public schools, PS 158, Junior High School 167, here in Manhattan. And as I was thinking about this, I got my 4th grade report card out from my teacher, Mrs. Silverman, who was a great educator. Stayed with me my whole life, she said. Jonathan shows initiative in knowing when to ask for or give necessary help. So I thought about that. I thought, I still have to live up to the obligations my 4th grade public school teacher put upon me. Giving and asking for necessary help. In terms of giving, AOL is donating $1 million, and we are picking up all the costs of the event, so it's a clean donation. I want to be very clear about it. It's a clean donation of $1 million, and that's the minimum. We hope to raise more, and as you heard of the matching gift today, already up to $2 million. It's a terrific, terrific start. But we also have to ask for help, and that's part of what we can do. We can raise awareness for this issue. We can bring it to our community. We can bring it to New York City. We can help elevate the importance of this issue to the place that it belongs and really make a difference, to give and ask for help. So on behalf of AOL, I'm thrilled to be able to do this. We're thrilled to do this as a company and as human beings, and give back to the city of New York, and to be part of the great event led by the Dave Matthews Band. Thank you very, very much.
John, thank you. Your confidence in us and your interest in children is something that should put a smile on all of our faces. The Department of Education's Office of Strategic Partnerships has really taken the lead and organized this exciting free concert. And the office's chief executive, Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg, is with us. Caroline, you want to add something here?
Well, I think we're all here to see the band, and I'm so excited that they're donating their time and that AOL is making this possible. I think we've all seen the new era beginning this week in the New York City public schools, but the kind of change that the mayor and the chancellor are leading really depends on the support of the entire school community, and by that I mean all New Yorkers. Those who can volunteer their time, as well as those who can give their talents and who can make financial contributions, from parents, alumni, and corporate citizens like AOL Time Warner. In the last year since I joined the department, I've worked with AOL Time Warner on numerous projects to benefit the schools. Dick Parsons serves on the Leadership Academy, which is training a whole new generation of principals. They are helping us develop some PSA campaign, which will encourage everybody to participate in the schools. And now we have this tremendous concert, which also benefits our students. So I want to say also a very special thank you to the Dave Matthews Band for lending your gigantic talent to support the talents of our city's children. As the funds raised from this concert will be targeted towards music education, which is of course part of a well-rounded and rich education, as all the arts are. So we appreciate this concert, the generosity of all people on this stage, and the attention it will bring, because it really does make a difference, and it will put our children front and center, and that is where they should always be. Thank you.
Caroline, thank you. This concert will also help another 70-odd thousand people celebrate our ongoing 105th anniversary celebration for one of the most wonderful parks in the world. And the Parks Commissioner is here to talk about how he's going to handle the crowds. Adrian Benefi. Adrian?
Thank you very much, Mayor Bloomberg. It's great to be here in Central Park. Tell the band this is the real space right here, between the big buildings, between the crowds. Happy to be here. Also want to give a big thanks to the great Deputy Mayor Patty Harris, who's here, who's done so much to promote the visual arts and performing arts. Thank you, Patty. And also the guy who makes the space between green, Doug Blonsky, the Central Park Administrator in the hat over there. He's done a fantastic job. And the city couldn't do this alone. The Central Park Conservancy is the prime caretaker of the park, and they'll be one of the beneficiaries of this concert. Just want to say thanks also to the New York Police Department and the Captain Karen Azadian, the Central Park Precinct Commanders here. They'll be keeping the concert safe. The reason why I mention these two is that it's why we have a carefully managed concert. It's why we're limiting it to 70,000 people. So the park stays good and the concert stays safe. We've learned a lot about how to put on good events, particularly working with IPG. And I want to thank Mark Dowley, who's done 2 great events already in this park, and we hope this will be a 3rd. Just have to remind everybody, though, this is a free concert. It is a ticketed concert. You should not plan to come unless you have a ticket. You've heard there are a lot of ways to get the tickets. And from September 13th to September 24th, most of the tickets will be distributed through the sweepstakes, through street teams, and also, as the mayor mentioned, through the websites. Street teams will position themselves in the busiest areas of the 5 boroughs to distribute game pieces. The game piece does not give you a ticket. It's like a lottery ticket. Some are winners, some aren't. They'll be scanned immediately by members of the street teams, and then if you have a winning game piece, you'll redeem them for a pair of tickets. And if it isn't, you can keep playing again until you win. Game pieces will also be available at the city's permanent visitor center, NYC and Company's Visitor Center at 810 7th Avenue. Also at 2 websites, AOL's website, AOL.com, and the Dave Matthews Band website, www.davematthewsband.com. I'd like to thank all of you for coming today. Thank you for this great event that will bring thousands of music lovers into Central Park for another great event. It'll be a great night. I also want to thank the teams that worked, the park special events and marketing team led by Betsy Smith and Bob Garofalo, that worked hard with the promoters to put this event on. Nothing comes easy, especially in Central Park, and we're glad to see this day. Thanks very much.
Adrian, thank you. And now the moment that you've all waited for. A guy who started out playing small clubs here in New York City and is, after 13 years, graduated to arguably the world's biggest stage. Dave Matthews from the Dave Matthews Band. One of your earlier hits was Ants Marching, and if that's the case, my daughters tell me that that was the name of one of your earlier hits. We have lots of well-trained ants here. They will not be out in force when people are sitting on the lawn, but nevertheless they're here. Let me introduce to you the leader of the band, Dave Matthews.
So I didn't realize, I thought that people would ask questions and then I'd answer them, which is easier than getting up here and just vamping. So I'm going to vamp a little bit and say what an honor it is to play here. I remember when I was a kid watching Simon and Garfunkel play here, and that freaked me to the core, and that was certainly one of the events that inspired me to want to play music. And New York City has always been a home to this band, even though we're from the Southeast. I think that our career really started in many ways up here at little clubs, the CBGBs and Wetlands. And so we always have a sense that when we come back to this city that it's sort of a coming home. So that there really could be no greater honor for us to play here. And then the fact that it benefits the future of our country by helping the schools, which is something that's too often is neglected, it seems, for other things, is just an enormous, shiny cherry on top. So for organizing it, to everyone that organizes this and helps us put it together and make it safe, and to having an enormous and wonderful party on the Great Lawn, I am very grateful. Thank you.
Dave, thank you. Boyd, would you like to add anything?
No, I think Dave pretty much covered it. You know, New York has been, I mean, we're from a town that's about 40,000 people. That's about 10,000 less than the people we play at when we play Giant Stadium. So, but New York has always welcomed us, from our first appearances on Letterman to the clubs that Dave was talking about, and we're honored to do this after so many years, to play on the Great Lawn here, and more importantly, we're just really happy to be able to give back to the kids here, especially in music education, and especially now in a time when there are so many budget cuts going on in the schools and in education, to give something back so that kids can have an opportunity to maybe one day do what we do. So we're very honored. Thank you very much.
Boyd, thank you. I would like to recognize you a little bit by giving you guys a Parks Department sign, which
I got some tickets for the mayor.
so I don't have to stand in line?
And for your kids.
And for my kids. Well, the first thing you guys got to do is you got to autograph these, because I'll never, my family had never let me get away with not having autographed tickets. Okay, still's down. Come on. Sure.
It's not working, Mayor.
They never listen. Great. Our pleasure. 4 hot tickets. No, they are not for sale. Will I go? You betcha. We'd be happy to take a few questions about the concert if people have want to enhance their stories.